What's going on YouTube, man? It's your boy Spooky and I'm back with another video. In today's video, we will be going over how to replace the stock throttle body with the new BBK 85mm throttle body. Now, with this throttle body, a tune is not required, but as we all know, a tune is highly recommended to be able to take advantage of the full benefits of the throttle body. So yeah, this is basically a direct swap. You just pull the stock out, put the new one in, start the car up, and then you're good from there, right? So without further ado, before we get this video kicked off, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that bell, and let's get this shit started. All right, guys, so before you install your new throttle body, the first thing you want to do is make sure you disconnect the negative terminal on the battery. And once you get done doing that, you want to make sure you get rid of the intake. You move your air intake out the way, so that way you can have easier access to the 4 bolts. You got 2 up here, 2 in the bottom. The tools you will need for this install is a 8mm socket and a flathead screwdriver. All right, so once I get this intake taken off and once I get these bolts loosened up and this sensor taken out, I will check back in with you guys and show you guys a comparison between the stock throttle body and the new BBK 85mm throttle body. All right, guys, so a quick check back in. As you can see, I currently do have the intake taken out the way, moved out of the way, and I do now have the sensor taken out of the way. So to remove the sensor, it looks like this. So you basically have it set up right here. You'll pull out this locking tab. Just basically push that out, and then it's able to slide right out, and you just store it off to the side behind the engine cap. And then from there, you will be able to use an 8mm socket to remove the top 2 bolts and the top bottom bolt. All right, so once I get that done, I'll check back in and show you guys where I'm at. All right, guys, so I do now have the stock throttle body taken off. As you can see, these 4 bolts, you will be reusing these 4 bolts when you place in the new throttle body that we got from BBK. All right, the main thing you want to make sure is that this gasket is still attached inside of the ring. If not, if it's stuck on the throttle body, you want to make sure you put this gasket back inside. All right, because if you don't have that gasket, it will cause air leaks and that will throw CEL codes. All right, so we're going to unbox this here 85mm throttle body from BBK and do a side-to-side comparison for you guys. All right, so as you can see, it looks just like the OEM filter. Now I know on the video it doesn't look much of a difference, but you can notice that your throttle body is bigger. It's common sense, it's bigger. It's 85mm, right? So their throttle bodies do come with this sensor, just like the OEM ones. Most throttle bodies don't come with that, so I highly recommend, if you're looking for a solid product, solid throttle body, go with BBK Performance. Cannot go wrong with BBK Performance. All right, so once I get this mounted up and get the sensor back in, I will show you guys where I'm at, give you an update, show you how it looks, and once I get it completely done, I will check back in as well and show you guys what it looks like up under the hood with the intake attached to it and without the intake attached to it. All right, guys, so as you can see, I do now have the 85mm throttle body from BBK now attached. So what you would do once you have it on there nice and snug, you don't want to over tighten the bolts because you don't want to strip them, right? You just want to make sure it's in there good enough, nice and tight, doesn't wiggle. You want to take your sensor, slide it back on this here tab, listen for the click, and then hit the locking tab. All right, once you get done doing that, your throttle body is now good to go. So now the next step is to put your cold air intake back on, make sure all that's good to go, and put your engine valve cover back on. Reconnect your negative terminal battery, and then start the car up and enjoy your new throttle body. All right guys, so now that you have your cold air intake back attached, this is you take the time to retighten everything down and make sure everything is good to go with your cold air intake, right? So that's when your flathead screwdriver comes into play. So you basically just spend this time tightening everything back down and go from there. All right, so when I get done with this, I'll check back in with you guys and show you guys the finished product. All right guys, so this will conclude the video. As you can see, I do not have the 85mm BBK throttle body tied in with my JOT Series 2 cold air intake, right? So guys, very easy install. I would say difficulty level is 1 to none, right? It's a simple plug and play, very easy install. Doesn't take long. It literally took me 15 minutes, 10 minutes. So yeah, man, just make sure you guys have the proper tools, proper necessities, everything that you need to make sure this install goes as smoothly as possible. Like I said, a tune is not required for this mod, but it is highly recommended to make sure that you are taking full advantage of the new throttle body that you just put in, right? So yeah, like I said in the beginning, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that bell. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you do the same thing. Like, subscribe, and hit that bell. All right, we got more fire on the way. I got more videos on the way, some unboxings on the way, everything to do, debadging, all types of things going on. So make sure y'all stay tuned. This your boy Spooky, and I'm out.